This video mainly introduces the threshold adjustment of InCycle nucleic acid analysis system. 1. Basic introduction. Firstly, the threshold line, amplification curve, and CT value are introduced. The threshold line is a horizontal line, and its value on the ordinate is the threshold. This is the amplification curve, which reflects the change of real-time fluorescence signal intensity generated by the instrument through real-time detection and acquisition of fluorescence signal. The CT value represents the number of cycles that the PCR tube undergoes to reach the set threshold. That is, the abscissa value corresponding to the intersection of the amplification curve and the threshold line. 2. Application situation. After the detection, if the amplification curve is a typical S-shaped or a straight line parallel to the threshold line, the threshold does not need to be adjusted. The following two cases involve threshold adjustment. Firstly, if the amplification curve is an abnormal oblique line rather than a typical S-shaped or S-like shape, the threshold line must be adjusted upward so that it has no intersection with the amplification curve. Secondly, after the positive judgment interval, if the amplification curve shows typical exponential amplification, indicating a low pathogen content in this sample, the threshold can be adjusted according to the actual situation. 3. Method of adjustment. If the test result is positive, but the amplification curve is oblique, the threshold should be adjusted upward so that it has no intersection with the amplification curve. Click Threshold, Clear, and enter a value greater than the default threshold. Click OK. There should be no intersection between the threshold line and the amplification curve, and the CT value will change from a specific value to no CT. If the amplification curve shows typical exponential amplification after the positive judgment interval, the threshold can be adjusted downward according to the actual situation. Click Threshold, Clear, and enter a value less than the default threshold. Click OK. The threshold line will shift downward, and the CT value will fall within the positive interval. Click Audit. OK. The threshold adjustment process is complete.
G-Links. Everything is for life.